What would you do if your child needed one of your kidneys? Probably wouldn't hesitate, right?
Right. But what about someone who barely knows you or who you barely know? 24-Hour News 8's Brooke Martin has the powerful story of one woman's plea and another's selfless answer. Brooke?
Lori and Eric, they're known as the Kidney Sisters around Lagodi, Indiana. But just months ago, Sissy Woody and Christine Walker were near strangers. In the small town of Lagodi, Indiana, as trucks, one by one, rumble over the train tracks. Two friends so close they call themselves sisters exchange gifts in their church's emptied sanctuary.
She knows that I love her very much.
Their bond they call unbreakable. But just months ago, they barely knew each other. Their story begins with Sissy's and her health's sudden spiral on February 14th, 2011.
I ended up having seizures, kidney failure, congestive heart failure. Everything just started shutting down.
At the age of 45, Sissy Woody, an otherwise healthy wife and mother of two boys, was dying.
All they could tell us was kidney failure, end-stage kidney failure, renal failure.
And what did that mean to you?
The end of my life.
For 2 years, as Sissy was growing weaker on dialysis, she began growing stronger in her faith.
I just would pray that, God would find me a donor, and so that I could get back to living at least a little bit of my life, for my kids.
Her prayers for a donated kidney were multiplied when the congregation at United Methodist joined her battle. Many even tested to see if they were a match, and nothing. Then Sissy thought her prayer was answered. Her brother found he was a match, but as fast as her hope was raised, it plummeted to a new low. Further testing showed his health wouldn't allow him to donate.
Can you give us a glimpse into some of your darkest hours? What were your thoughts?
That I wasn't going to be there for my two kids. And I knew my oldest one would be okay, but my little one, I knew he would never recover.
But sometimes prayers are answered in unexpected ways. And while Sissy was facing her death sentence, another mother and member at United Methodist, Christine Walker, had secretly spent months going through test after test, passing them all.
I just felt like God called me to do it.
Sissy knew Christine was one of those who had been initially tested, but what she didn't know was revealed in the church's kitchen after a service.
And I said, what is going on? I said, if you're not a match, you're not a match. It's okay, And she said, I'm on the final steps, she said. We're a match.
In what they call choreographed operations, St. Vincent surgeons took Christine's kidney and precisely transferred it to Sissy's body. The operation was a success, and the fact that a near stranger was the donor touched even the surgeons.
Sometimes when you look back and you'll see wow, I don't think this is coincidence. It's just like everything was all set for these things to happen.
A lot of times you watch the morning news and you see all the events that have just happened since you last saw it last night, and you think, what's wrong with the world? And then you come to work and you're privileged to take care of people like Sissy and Christine, and you're immediately reassured that there is nothing wrong with the world, that good will always find its way through and people will continue to help each other out at every chance they get.
A gift that saved a life, a sacrifice that restored hope.
And she doesn't like to be called a hero, but she is my hero. And I love her.
Christine says she would encourage anyone who's even debating donating, just learn more about it. You can go to donatelifeindiana.org. Currently, 1,500 Hoosiers are waiting for a life-saving organ donation.
Well, and debating it is a good point because while the doctor says a lot of people are going to come and help, this is something that scares a lot of people.
Absolutely, and for the right reasons. You know, it's a big surgery, it's a big decision. You have to be sure about it, but the first step is just learn about it, educate yourself, because there's a lot of myths out there that aren't necessarily true. So if you're interested, just take a look.
They both look great now.
They do, and they're doing great, and they're best friends.
I love that.
Yeah.
Kidney Sisters for
Yeah.
life. Love it. Thanks so much,
bet.
Brooke.